All right. Let's start off by saying Barakateh Hawa, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Racha Kodash. Welcome. Let's start to another live lesson. The name of this one is Spend It Up. Your credit has no limit. And this is pretty much a title that came to me earlier. Dealing with the truth, as far as this truth being money that was given to us, and pretty much we could our job is to spend the money. We are spiritual stockbrokers. Now I know most brothers probably don't want to mention the stock exchange with the scriptures, but because stock exchange is carnal, but the scriptures, this is a spiritual stock exchange, because what we're doing is we're trading. The Lord has given us the money, and what we're doing is we're trading it out there for the purpose of gaining profit. And that's what we're doing, and that's what they do in the stock world or the stock exchange. Even though they do it wickedly, but this is done in righteousness. There's always two sides to a coin. So what I wanted to start off with is this term here, stockbroker. What is a stockbroker? A stockbroker is a professional trader. Remember this word, trader or trade, who buys and sells shares on behalf of clients. The stockbroker may also be known as a registered representative or an investment advisor. And that's pretty much what we're doing. We're teaching this word. We're trading the word, and based off of the response or the speech or a question or a statement that's made, we dig into the bag, of this money that the Lord gave us to bring out the right investment, so to speak, for the right opportunity, or for the right individual, because sometimes you just go in the spirit, but sometimes if somebody throws a question at you, you go based off of what the question that was asked, and you build from there, and you pull out that money to, like the scripture say, convince the gainsayer. It says most stockbrokers work for a brokerage firm and handle transactions for a number of individual and institutional customers. Stockbrokers are often paid on commission basis, although compensation methods vary by employer. Yeah, because we work for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and we are like consultants, to pretty much to the elect out there, and also to the ones that are going to be destroyed. Because the message that we're given is a message of judgment, and the judgment is twofold: the judgment of the elect being delivered, and the judgment of the non-elect of the nation of Israel being destroyed. It says brokerage firms and broker dealers are also sometimes referred to as stock brokers. This includes both full-service brokers and discount brokers who execute trades but do not offer individualized investing advice. So we're going to stick with these two here, but mainly a stock broker is a professional trader who buys and sells shares on behalf of clients. The stockbroker may also be known as a registered representative or an investment advisor. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with the book of Isaiah, the 51st chapter and the first verse, and it says, Ho, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the waters, and he that hath no money, come ye, buy and eat. So what does this mean? This means that those that are thirsty, that are, that the Spirit is leading and guiding to search, come to the waters, buy and eat without money. Because this knowledge has been given to us, and what we're supposed to be doing is we're supposed to be teaching it and coming to it, what we receive, we give out freely. You know, we don't charge for breakdowns. We don't charge for camp material. There's camps out there that are not part of Great Millstone that use our signs. We don't go out there and say, look, brother, you're using our sign, so you got to pay us. No. You know, it's out there for the use, you know. Let's go real quick to Proverbs 23 and 23. It says, buy the truth and sell it not. So how do we buy the truth and sell it not? By the sacrifice of our body. It says also wisdom and instruction and understanding. So these are things that we have to buy it. How do we buy it? We purchase it by the sacrifice of ourself, our time. You know, the investments that are made through the Spirit to, you know, gain the money. Because when people don't work, they don't get paid. So you put in work, you get rewarded for that work. All right. So this is Romans 12:1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service. So we're at the service of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. We're prisoners of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And this is our reasonable service, to present our bodies a living sacrifice. That is the cost of receiving this money. And the money was not given to us and we decide, oh, well, I'm not going to do it. I don't feel like doing it, or I don't want to do it. No, it's given to us and we have to do it. Because if we don't, like the Apostle Paul said, the dispensation of the gospel was committed unto me. He said, woe unto me if I preach not the gospel. Because these things were committed to us. You know? And there is a reward at the end of it all. All right, so now let's go from there. I messed up, but that's all right. I have, written some scriptures down, but let's go here anyway. This is good. Matthew 10:8. Heal the sick, cleanse the leper, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely you have received, freely give. See? So that's what we have. We have the Lord's money and we're out there trading it. So now going back to Isaiah 55:1. Ho, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the waters, and he that hath no money, come ye, buy and eat. Yea, come, buy wine and milk without money and without price. Yeah, because this is water, it's milk, it's wine, it's bread. It's many things, and it's nourishing to the spiritual man. Those are the spiritual nutrients, vitamins and essential minerals that the body needs to survive. But in this case, it's a spiritual body. That's why it's comparable to food. It says, wherefore do you spend money for that which is not bread? Yeah, you're going out there, you're getting into plantation Christianity, you're getting into the black unconscious community, you're getting into Islam, you're getting into many other different philosophies that are not bread. It's not the true bread, because all of those have leaven. When Yahushua said, beware of the leaven of the Pharisees, those other philosophies out there have leaven in them. This is the only unleavened bread of sincerity and truth, is this gospel. It says, and your labor for that which satisfied not. Yeah, so you have jakes out there that are presenting their bodies a living sacrifice to the wrong thing. It says, hearken diligently unto me, and eat ye that which is good, and let your soul delight itself in fatness. Yeah, because when you eat the right things, the body benefits from it. Like when you eat the right things spiritually, the spiritual man benefits from it. The spirit benefits from it. All right. It says, incline your ear and come unto me, hear, and your soul shall live. And I will make an everlasting covenant with you, even the sure mercies of David. So the Lord has given us the sure mercies of David. And this is why what's being built up is what? The tabernacles of David. Or the tabernacle of David that is fallen. And now it's being built up as in the days of old. All right. All right, so now let's go from there. Let's go to the book of Ecclesiastes 11:1. Cast thy bread upon the waters, for thou shalt find it after many days. That's dealing with, your time, investing your time, into this thing. And sometimes you have to invest money into this, like back in the days before you had the internet, you had to buy books. Brothers still buy books and stuff like that, So you invest your time into this thing. You cast your, and the main thing, the main bread is speaking about, is yourself, your time, our time into this thing. So now let's jump down to the 4th verse. It says, he that observeth the wind shall not sow, and he that regardeth the clouds shall not reap. So we've been given money. We are spiritual stockbrokers. And our job is to take that money that the Lord gave us and to spend it. And how do you spend the money? By going out there and teaching what you've learned. It says, now let's jump down to the 6th verse. It says, in the morning sow thy seed. See? So you have to sow the seed. It says, and in the evening withhold not thine hand, for thou knowest not whether shall prosper either this or that. Yeah, that's why we just do the lessons. Because the lessons are going to prosper somebody. Somebody's going to get a benefit out of these lessons. The elect are out there. They're going to get nourished from these lessons. So it says, or whether they both shall be alike good. And at the end of the day, it's going to be alike good anyway. Because the word is going to benefit somebody out there. Now some brothers may already have and understand and know that. So it'll just be to them like a refresher course. But to others that don't know about it, it's going to be like, wow, I didn't know that. And boom. That's how it benefited them. Now they have more arsenal, spiritual arsenal in their spiritual weaponry, to do battle in the spirit with the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Now, let's go from there. Let's go to 2 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 6. And I pray to the Lord this is edifying, that you brothers are getting the understanding. It says, but this I say, he which soweth sparingly shall reap also sparingly, and he which soweth bountifully shall reap also bountifully. Now this is an application of actual money that the Apostle Paul was collecting to do the service of the different churches, to be able to help different churches and to be able to help them to get to the different places. But we're applying this spiritually now, as far as the Lord's money, as far as either being a profitable servant or a slothful servant. You see? Because remember, we read in Ecclesiastes 11, it said in the 4th verse, he that observeth the wind shall not sow, and he that regardeth the clouds shall not reap. That's dealing with those that are looking for any excuse not to work. Oh, well, I see a cloud, it might start raining. It's a little too cold out there. I really don't want to go out there, because it is a little too cold. It says, but this I say, he that soweth sparingly, he which soweth sparingly shall reap also sparingly, and he which soweth bountifully shall reap also bountifully. And the Lord said, I forget what book that is, where it says that the Lord will give a blessing upon you, where you will not be able to receive it or something like that, because it's so bountiful you won't be able to contain it or something like that. I can't think of the actual wording. But that's when you just throw yourself into the work. It says, every man according as he purposeth in his heart, so let him give, not grudgingly or of necessity, for the Most High loveth the cheerful givers. Like I said, this is dealing with physical money, but we're using it spiritually, of the Lord's money. Remember, this is money that we have here. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, these are the riches of the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. As the Most High is able to make all grace abound toward you. It says, that ye always having all sufficiency in all things may abound to every good work. Yeah, because you invest your time, guess what? The Lord rewards and gives you more talents, more money spiritually. And the Lord knows we need, certain physical things. So the Lord takes care of that also, But we're looking for the spiritual things, because the spiritual things is what's going to keep us in these times. It says, as it is written, he hath dispersed abroad. He hath given to the poor. his righteousness remaineth forever. Now he that ministereth seed to the sower both ministereth bread for your food, and multiply your seed sown, and increase the fruits of your righteousness. Because like I said, this is dealing with physically, but it's also dealing spiritually also. And the more blessings, the more spiritual blessings we receive, the more we can teach, the more we can be beneficial, the more we can help forward the work. It says, being enriched in everything to all bountifulness, which causes through us thanksgiving to the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. For the administration of this service not only supplieth the want of the saints, but is abundant also by many thanksgiving unto the Most High, right? Because that physical money was able to help the saints that were in need. Just like this spiritual knowledge helps supply the saints that are in need, spiritually in need. It says, whilst by the experiment of this ministration they glorify the Most High for your professed subjection unto the gospel of Yahushua. Yeah, because we are subjected to this gospel. And those whose eyes are open, they see the ministration, they see the service, and they receive the benefit of it. It says, and for your liberal distribution unto them and unto all men, and by their prayer for you, which long after you for the exceeding grace of the Most High in you. Thanks be unto the power for his unspeakable gift. And this is an unspeakable gift, this knowledge, wisdom, understanding. The blessings that come with it. All right, now let's go from there. Let's go to the book of Matthew 25. Let's start at 14. For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country. Who is that man? Yahushai, who called his own servants and delivered unto them his goods. See, what are the goods? This knowledge. And every brother has a certain portion that was given to him. And every portion that was given to us, that's what we are responsible for. The scriptures say, to whom much is given, much is required. All right. It says, and unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, to another 1, to every man according to his several ability, and straightway took his journey. Yeah, because the Lord knows each individual spirit that is here and what they are capable, or the workload that they are capable of handling. And he gives them the work as such. It says, then he that had received the 5 talents went and traded with the same, and made them other 5 talents. And likewise he that had received 2, he also gained other 2. But he that had received 1 went and digged in the earth and hid the Lord's money. And this is that money that he hid, which is this knowledge. All right. Let's see. Just bear with me 1 second. All right, so it says, after a long time, the Lord of those servants cometh and reckoneth with them. So now let's look up this word reckoneth. The word reckoneth is sunido. It says to take up together with another or others, to bring together with others, to cast up or settle accounts, to make a reckoning with. Yeah, so the Lord came to what? To settle the accounts, because he gave out money to these spiritual stockbrokers to receive more money so that the Lord can profit from the investment that he made. You see? And this is pretty much how stocks work. You look at the stocks and you make an investment. You put money down on certain things in order for you to receive, capital or more money on top of what you already invested. Now, sometimes you gain, sometimes you lose. In the scriptures, that's the same way. You have, those fruits that will remain, and you have those fruits that will be lost. which that would be a loss to the person that invested in it. But guess what? The reward is still going to be given to him because he invested it in good faith. But but that stock, that particular stock that he invested in was not a good stock. And most times you don't really know for sure unless you have inside, trader, information. First Corinthians 3:12. Now, if any man build upon this foundation gold, silver, precious stone, wood, hay, stubble, every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be declared by fire, and the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is. Yeah, that's dealing with the tribulation. It says, if any man's work abide, which he hath built thereupon, he shall receive a reward. See? If any man's work shall be burnt, he shall suffer loss, but he himself shall be saved, yet as by fire. Yeah, because he's still going to be delivered, but there is going to be a loss. You see? So now let's go back. So the Lord reckoneth, right? After a long time, the Lord of those servants cometh and reckoneth with them. And the word, let's see something. Let me look up. Okay, let's read on. It said, and so he that had received 5 talents came and brought other 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained beside them 5 talents more. So this steward, or this minister, he was able to take the Lord's money and double it as he was supposed to. His Lord said unto him, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like in this society, we don't need much. We had like a little conversation among the apostles and the bishop, about in this life we don't really need much. But the thing is that the life that's coming, the kingdom that's coming, is going to be a great reward that's going to be given to us. Overabundant, overflowing. Because in this society we don't really need much. But in the kingdom to come, it's going to be given to us in great abundance. So much that we're not going to be able to contain it. It's going to be so much. Before we even ask for anything, we'll receive it. You see? So that's why this servant that did the Lord's bidding, that doubled the Lord's money, got a great investment and a great reward. So it says, he also that had received 2 talents came and said, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 2 talents. Behold, I have gained 2 other talents beside them. His Lord said unto him, well done, good and faithful servant. And this is what we want the Lord to say this about us. Good and faithful servant. Well done. Excuse me. That's a part of teaching. That's a part of enduring the things that we endure. So when Yahushua comes back, he could call us faithful, good and faithful servants. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord, which is the kingdom of heaven. And at that point, look, you went through all kind of hell, but don't worry. You're going to be pampered now. You're straight for life. I don't know about you, but that sounds good to me. It said, then he which had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee that thou art an hard man, reaping wherein thou hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not strawed. And pretty much, just from the start of his conversation, you already knew it was downhill. Lord, I knew thee that thou art a hard man. I said, oh boy, here we go. It says, and I was afraid, and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast that thine is. So you return back. Here it is, the Lord gives you money to invest. Yeah, Hawad, sounds great. Yeah, it sounds beautiful. So here it is, this guy, the Lord gave him the money. And he's like, look, I know you're a hard man, so here's your money back. Yeah, but what did you do with the money? I gave you the money to invest. What did you do with it? But I knew you were a hard man, so I kept it for you. That's not what I gave you the money for, the Lord's going to tell him. You know? It says, his Lord answered and said unto him, thou wicked and slothful servant. See? Slothful. Thou knewest that I reap where I sow not, and gather where I have not strawed. Thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchangers. Woo! That's that what? That spiritual stock exchange. You know? Spiritual stockbrokers. And so you see how the scriptures, are practical. It deals with leaves, it deals with trees, it deals with water, it deals with bread, it deals with investments. It deals with exchangers. It deals with money. It deals with different scenarios that are very easy to be understood. So it says, thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchanges, and then at my coming I should have received mine own with usury. So let's go to the word exchangers. You have the word trapezitas, right? It says a money changer, broker, banker, one who exchanges money for a fee and pays interest on deposit. That's right. So we got the money, we traded the money, and we're expecting a fee at the end of it. And that fee is what? The reward that Yahushua is going to give the men that make it to the end. And then then the Lord said that you ought to have put my money to the exchanges, that when the Lord came, he can receive his money that he invested with what? With usury, which is interest. The word interest is tokos, or usury. Birth, the act of bringing forth that which has been brought forth, offspring. Interest of money, usury, because it multiplies money and as it were breeds. That's right. Because you have to have money in order to make money. So the Lord gave us the money, and He wants us to trade the money out there to get an interest. So we have to be those spiritual stock brokers. Right? So going back, it says, take therefore the talent from him and give it unto him that which hath 10 talents. For unto everyone that hath shall be given, and he shall have abundance. But from him that hath not shall be taken away even that which he hath. Yeah. Because he would be a slothful servant, a wicked and slothful servant. And cast ye the unprofitable servant into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. There's going to be a lot of bad things going to happen, man. Something real fucking bad is going to happen. Inside joke. But it's the truth. Now, let's go from there to Titus. The first chapter. Let's start at the 4th verse. Try to read through this a little quick. To Titus, mine own son, after the common faith, grace, mercy, and peace from the Most High the Father and the Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, our Savior. For this cause I left thee in Crete, that thou shouldest set in order. See? Set in order. Let all things be done decently in order. The things that are wanting. Yeah, so whatever is lacking, you were left with the job of setting it straight. From what you've learned, from what you've invested your time in, from what you've picked up from the scriptures, the understanding. It says, and ordain elders in every city as I had appointed thee. Yeah, because the elders would be what? The teachers to help watch over the flock. If any be blameless, the husband of one wife, having faithful children, not accused of riot or unruly. For a bishop must be what? Blameless, the steward of the Most High. Not self-willed, not soon angry, not given to wine, no striker, not given to filthy lucre. Yeah, so a steward of the Most High is not supposed to be self-willed. Why? Because we're not serving our own belly. We're serving the mission of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, the ideas, the thoughts, the mission of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You look up the word steward, or economos is where you get the word economy. And what is an economos or steward? The manager of household or household affairs, especially a steward, manager, superintendent, whether freeborn or was usually the case, as usually was the case, a freedman or a slave, to whom the head of the house or proprietor, which would be Yahushai, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, has entrusted the management of his affairs, the care of receipts and expenditures, and the duty of dealing out the proper portion to every servant, and even to be children, and even to the children not yet of age. So this we deal with this spiritually. We're talking about having been given money to dish it out to the other servants, to give everybody their proper portion so that they can go out there and trade also. And that the babies, the ones that are still in that baby stage, can still be taken care of, nurtured, fed, and that's the purpose. It says the manager of a farm or land estate, an overseer, the superintendent of the city's finances, the treasurer of a city, or of the treasures or questors of kings, metaphorically the apostles and the other Christian or Mashiakim teachers and bishops and overseers. So that's what this money is for. It's for the upkeep of the building of Yahweh B'Shem Shai. And these words that are coming out these pages, the doctrine, the proper breakdown, that is the money. And that is what keeps the building together. It keeps the building sound. It keeps the building functioning, maintained. Okay? So let's go back. So it says, for a bishop must be blameless as a steward of the Most High, not self-willed, not soon angry, not given to wine, no striker, not given to filthy lucre, but a lover of hospitality, a lover of good men, sober, just, holy, temperate, holding fast the faithful word as he hath been taught, that he may be able to, by sound doctrine, both to exhort and to convince the gainsayer. All right, so now let's get, let's go from there to the book of Luke 16:1. And he said also unto his disciples. Now this is the example of a steward. Now this is dealing physically, with like with Esau. Dealing with Esau. You had this steward that was not prosperous or profitable. Okay, now check out what happened. And he said also unto his disciples, there was a certain rich man which had a steward, and the same was accused unto him that he had wasted his goods. All right. So let's put that in the case of, physically today, you have a company that Esau invested in. He hired workers, and then this one worker was wasting his goods, stealing his money. Right. And he called him and said unto him, how is it that that I hear this of thee? Give an account of thy stewardship, for thou mayest be no longer steward. So pretty much he was about to he got fired, pretty much, right? Then the steward said within himself, what shall I do? For my Lord taketh away from me the stewardship. I cannot dig to beg, I am ashamed. I am resolved what to do, that when I am put out of the stewardship, they may receive me into their houses, right? It says, so he called every one of his Lord's debtors unto him, and said unto the first, how much owest thou unto my Lord? And he said, 100 measures of oil. And he said unto him, take thy bill and sit down quickly and write 50. So what he did was he took initiative and he went to the people that owed his Lord money, and he started collecting by making deals with them so that they can receive something, so that his Lord could receive something, because here it is, he had lost this money, this particular money, but this steward started putting his stewardship into being, and he was able to collect something for his master, right? It says, then said he to another, and how much owest thou? And he said, 100 measures of wheat. And he said unto him, take thy bill and write 80. See, so 80 is 80. So he's making deals with these people that owe his Lord in order to make money for his Lord, so that he can get back into the good graces of his Lord, so that he won't lose his stewardship, or so he can get his stewardship back. And the Lord commended the unjust steward, see, because that he had done wisely. For the children of this world are in their generations wiser than the children of light. So Esau, in all their wicked demonic ways, are wiser than Jake, because they'll they'll fight tooth and nail for their Lord to make sure that their position and the job that they have to do is done properly. But Jake don't do that. See? So let's read on. And I say unto you, make to yourselves friends of the mammon of unrighteousness, that when you fail, or when you fail, they may receive you into everlasting habitation. Yeah, you've heard brothers mention stuff. They had a job, and they're just doing their job, and they might be cool with the boss, or they might be cool with individuals in there that are not Israelites, and they might fall into hard times, and they no problem. What do you need? Oh, I got you here. Boom. So that's the same thing. Because the first thing when you first come into this knowledge, fuck Esau, and you go to your job, fuck you, and then eventually you get fired. Now what? That's not wisdom. See, those are the mistakes of a young man just coming into this thing, unseasoned. After a while, you become seasoned. You know how to operate and function. You go to you're going to the Arab store to buy whatever you're gonna get. Whether you're getting supplies like oil or incense and stuff like of that, and here it is, you looking them down, you fucking heathen. What do you think is gonna happen? It's gonna be friction. It's not wise. You go in there, and you deal, and eventually after a while, you come back and forth. After a while, they're gonna be like, wow, this guy he's different, and they're gonna show you respect. We have to walk wisely. We have to walk circumspectly. It says, he that is faithful in that which is least is faithful also in much. And he that is unjust in that which is least is unjust also in much. It says, if therefore you have not been faithful in the unrighteous mammon, who will commit to your trust the true riches? See? And what are the true riches? The kingdom of heaven. And that's what we're striving for. That's what we're working towards. It says, and if ye have not been faithful in that which is another man's, who shall give you that which is your own? Right. Because if you're not faithful, if you're not responsible, in taking care of other men's property, who's going to give you your own? It said, this guy is irresponsible. He can't take care of other people's property. How the hell is he going to be able to take care of his own? You see? All right, so let's go from there. I hope brothers are getting the gist of this, getting the benefit of it. So let's go from there to 1 Corinthians 4. I hope brothers are getting the benefit of it. You know what I mean? 1 Corinthians 4:1. Let a man so account of us as of the ministers of Yahushai. We are the servants of Yahushai and stewards of the mysteries of the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Moreover, it is required in stewards that a man be found faithful. Now, what is a faithful steward? A faithful steward is one that takes his Lord's money and goes out there and invests the money and gets more money for the Lord when he comes back. That's a faithful steward. Takes the Lord's money, and he's able to get gain for his Lord. Take the Lord's money, invest it, and get a profit off of it. So that when the Lord comes back, he'd be so happy with that servant that he said, look, enter into my joy here. This is yours. You did well. It says, Brother Elder Manat said, we are apostle, great lesson. Call halal yim Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, so now let's go from there to the book of 1 Peter, chapter 4, and verse 10. Hold on. 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 10. As every man hath received a gift, even so minister the same one to another as good stewards of the manifold grace of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. See? As every man hath received a gift. The gift is what? This knowledge. This money. Even so minister the same one to another. And that's what we're supposed to be doing. Building each other up. As good stewards of the manifold grace of the Most High. There was another scripture that came to mind. Oh, how about Shimmy? How shy? Come on. All right, let's go to 2 Timothy chapter 3. No, chapter, yes, I believe it's chapter 3. Nope, chapter 2. I was right. 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 2. And the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men who shall be able to teach others also. Because it's about learning and teaching and gaining fruit. You're not just here to learn it and just keep it to yourself. Here it is, you got a wealth of knowledge, but you're keeping it to yourself. You're not sharing it. You're not, putting it out, to the out there to gain. You're putting it in a napkin. So this is 1 Timothy 4 and 14. Matter of fact, 13. Till I come, give attendance to reading, to exhortation, to doctrine. Neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given thee by prophecy with the laying on of the hands of the presbytery, which were the elders, which gave you certain positions. Because they saw within that individual that he's able to do this and do that. So they will put you in certain positions. Meditate upon these things. Give thyself wholly to them. Your whole heart, mind, and soul. If we seek the Lord, what do we have to do? We have to seek the Lord with our whole heart, mind, and soul. That thy profiting may appear to all. See? Profiting. It's about profit. Everything is about profit. Prokopa. Progress, advancement. Everything is about profit in the scriptures. It's about gaining the Lord, more fruit. All right? It says, take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine, continue in them, for in doing this thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee. See? So you save yourself and them that hear you. Oh boy. This looks like some nut jobs on a comment board. All the other live shows you could go to and talk your bullshit, you got to come here, man. Anyway, now let's go to the last precept. Luke chapter 12 and verse 42. And the Lord said, who then is a faithful and wise steward, whom his Lord shall make ruler over his household, to give them their portion of meat in due season? Because this is a due season thing, man. This isn't instant gratification. This is something that's down the road, the long run. At the end, he that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved. Let's see if I can find this one precept. Right here, Galatians 6 and 9. And let us not be weary, what? In well-doing. Because there's trials, tribulations, shit that we go through. And let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. See? Going back with what we just read in Luke. Luke 12 and 42. Let's read that again. And the Lord said, who then is a faithful and wise steward, whom his Lord shall make ruler over his household, to give them their portion of meat in due season? See? It says, blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. Doing what? Trading this word out there. Getting the Lord fruit, getting the Lord profit, getting the Lord interest on the money that the Lord invested. As the name of the title is, spend it up. Your credit has no limit. So spend it up. Of a truth I say unto you, that he will make him ruler over all that he hath. And if thy servant say in his heart, my Lord delayeth his coming, and shall begin to beat the men servants and the maid servants, and to eat and drink, and to be drunken, the Lord of that servant will come in a day when he looketh not for him, and at an hour when he is not aware, and will cut him in sunder, and will appoint him his portion with the unbelievers. And that servant which knew his Lord's will, and prepared not himself, neither did according to his will, shall be beaten with many stripes. But he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes. For unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall much be required. And to whom men have committed much, of him will they ask the more. This is why Yahushua said to the wicked Pharisees and them, he said there were two debtors, I believe it was. One owed such and such, and the other one owed such and such, and one owed more than the other. And he said, and their Lord forgave them both. Who do you think would be more appreciative? In so many words, the guy said, "Well, I guess the one that the Lord forgave much to." And that's why he said, yes, he that loveth much shall much be forgiven. You see? So this is we've been given this money, spend it up. Your credit has no limit. Salaki, I didn't get to any comments on the comment board. To water for all the precepts that you brothers put up. To water to the elders, and brothers that's out there, and shalom to you brothers and sisters out there. I pray that this lesson was edifying, and to the next time I say shalom.